Okay, so just to begin really shortly, I found out about this opportunity through one of my mentors. She has written a phenomenal book that has landed her on Dr. Phil, numerous television shows, and her name is Miss Beige. I'm not sure if you know of her. You probably don't, because it was a book that was gone viral among women. And I followed her on social media after I read that book because, I just looked up to her and I was like, she's so smart. She's so genius. Like, she's such a genius. Like, how does she know all of this information? And she's been able to free herself since in her 20s. Like, she hasn't had a job since in her 20s. She's been an entrepreneur ever since. And, somebody like that, I'm going to definitely keep them close in my eye view so I could see what they're doing and be in touch, right? So one day I saw her posting on Instagram, because like I said before, I followed her after I read her book. And I saw her posting charts and saying things like, oh, I just learned how to make money on my phone today. If you want to learn too, DM me and I'll show you what I've learned. She was saying that this is something that the banks are doing and they don't teach this in school because then nobody would need a job. And I was like, wait, what? Making money on your phone? The banks is doing what? I couldn't believe it. But I ended up DMing her, and because I was so curious, like, what do you mean making money on your phone? And the banks are doing it. They don't want nobody else to know about this. That's why they don't teach it in school. It's what I'm going to show you what on this page is. You see this page right here? It's what the 1% do. Now, before I get to the 1%, let me just talk about the left-hand side of money, right? Those that are the 95% of the world, meaning us self-employed and also those that are employees. We make up 95% of the world, but we only have what? 5% of the wealth. That's not very exciting, right? If it's so many of us, why is it that we have the least amount of money? And compared to the right-hand side of the quadrant, where only 5% of the people in the world control and have 95% of the money, how? Like, what are they doing differently that we're not doing? What do they know that we don't know? So I'm going to tell you, on the left-hand side of money, meaning those that are self-employed and those that are employees, break it down even further, 35% are employees, 60% are working for them. No, rewind. 35% work for themselves and 60% are employees. And the reason why we have only 5% of the wealth in the world is because we're exchanging our time to make money. And there's only 24 hours in a day, right? So how can we make noise? How can we make an extensive amount of money if we have a cap on our time? Is there anybody with 1 million hours in a day? No. You might say no, right? But what if I told you there was? This is where we find on the right-hand side of the quadrant, right? The business owners. Why? Because they have so many employees, they can leverage their employees' time to create income. They're using other people's time to create their income. Unlike the average person that is on the left-hand side of the quadrant that is using their own time. We only have 24 hours in a day, and we don't even use the whole 24 hours in one day to make money. Why? Because we have other things to do. We got to sleep, we got to eat, we got to take care of our house, we got to take care of ourselves, we got to take care of our families. Like, it's literally impossible to work 24 hours and just survive that way. Like, you can't live like that. It's just super unbalanced, right? And only 4% of the world are business owners where they're able to leverage their employees. And when I say leverage their employees, I mean, like I said, like I mentioned previously, they're hiring thousands of employees, right? And not to be confused with someone that's self-employed, because like I said, someone who's self-employed, they are using their own time to make money. So that's like a nail tech or a doctor or a lawyer or, all these prestigious titles that we like to glorify. They too are the broke side of the world, right? So what we want to do is show everybody how to become business owners and investors, right? Because that is how you can actually create wealth for yourself and for your family. Now, anybody well, Elijah, when was the last time you've traveled? You could text me or message on mute in the Zoom to talk. Last time you traveled or been to the airport and seen the exchange booths, do you know what those are? Do you know why they're there? Okay, so what happens is in the summer, okay, cool. So what happens is when people travel, they have to, when they travel from country to country that use different currencies, they have to exchange the money because you can't spend US dollars in Great Britain. You have to use their pound, right? For example, you can't go to Japan and say, oh, I'm gonna just use my US dollars and buy whatever I want. Yeah, they might look at you like you're crazy, but you're not gonna get anything. You have to exchange the US dollar for the Japanese yen to be able to get whatever you need to get, right? That's just how their system goes. That's just how the system works all over the world. You have to exchange your money to the other nation's currency to be able to do transactions with everybody there for whatever it is that you need to get, and et cetera, et cetera. Whatever you need to purchase or whatever you need to sell, right? Okay, so I want to explain to you what the foreign exchange market is all about. So the foreign exchange market, like I mentioned, is all about exchanging currencies. It is an international market, unlike the New York Stock Exchange, which is pretty small, right? It's limited to just the US companies, and some companies maybe international, like in Europe and Germany, but it's not fully international, right? So it's really limited. The foreign exchange market averages about $5 to $7 trillion per day. Unlike the stock exchange, which only does about 26 billion per day, right? It's way larger. The foreign exchange market is open 24 hours a day, unlike the stock exchange, which is only available between hours of, I believe, 8:30 to 4:30. The foreign exchange market, currency, also known as the currency market, is available, like I said, 24 hours a day for 5 days a week, right? So imagine you working 9 to 5, for example, you can't even get to exchange in the stock market. Why? Because they're doing it during normal business hours. But with the foreign exchange market, you can do it any hour of the night, any hour of the day, any hour of the morning, any hour of the evening, any hour of the night. it's like heaven sent, right? Moving on to cryptocurrency now. So cryptocurrency is emerging. It's very, very new, right? And a lot of people don't exactly know how to navigate yet because it's so new. There's a lot of misinformation going around because it's so new, right? People are just taking information from, oh, this person, that person, but nobody really has solid research that they can go by, right? Well, that's not true. So in this academy, we have educators, right, that show you what exactly you need to be doing, right? Because they do thorough research. They have been doing cryptocurrency since, or should I say, they have been interested in researching cryptocurrency since when it first came out, which is in 2009. This company has been teaching since 2013. I was gonna say 2013, 2013, same thing, right? And cryptocurrency is heading towards $2 trillion per year cap, right? So what this means, it is forever booming. A lot of new coins that are coming out, but because we have the leadership or the guidance from our educators that do extensive research, we are guided to know which coins to invest in, which coins not to invest in. This way we can help protect ourselves from fake hysteria, like for example, those things that were going on Instagram and Twitter, like Shiba coin and Dogecoin. A lot of people were going in a frenzy over those coins, but those coins are very unstable. They're not very reliable. They don't have a lot of corporations backing them up. It's not really reliable, like I said, right? On to the next point. So cryptocurrency is continuously booming because, well, another correlation I want to bring up is the US dollar. So because the US dollar is continuously being printed and printed and printed out of thin air, the value of it is going down. According to Robert Kiyosaki, he mentioned that for the past 2 years, people usually use gold and real estate as a hedge of protection against inflation. But for the past 2 years, gold has been stagnant. And you know what's been growing instead? You guessed it, cryptocurrency, right? A lot of people have been moving their funds over to cryptocurrency. Why? Because it has been the highest performing asset in the last 10 years. Yes, better than real estate. A lot of people don't even know that yet. They still think real estate is the best way to invest and grow your money when it's really not. It's cryptocurrency. Bitcoin has beaten a lot of different things, especially precious metals, oil, gold, especially like I mentioned before, has beaten all of those things out. Okay. The next thing I want to talk to you about is HFX, which is a high frequency foreign exchange. So you can enter a trade and be in it for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You do not have to worry about, for example, if you prefer swing trading, which is holding a trade for a couple of days with HFX. No, I'm sorry, I said that the wrong way. If you are anxious when it comes to swing trading, you would be better off doing HFX, high frequency trading, which is holding a trade for a couple of minutes instead of overnight or days, right? It depends on your personality. We always say, try out different styles because everybody's different. It really depends on our personality. Trading shows us who we are. So try different ones to see which one you prefer. We also have the ECX Academy, which shows you exactly how you can build an e-commerce store from A to Z. We have educators on this academy as well that show you which items are fast selling or which items are hot and viral that are selling like hotcakes at the moment. So you're gonna make money, right? We also have different tools that you can use that show you how to create your website, different tools that show you how to charge for different items so that you're not just charging too low and not making enough money, or you're not overcharging to run customers away, right? We also have different tools that show you how to create your web page so that you can optimize or get the most customers to buy, because that's what you want at the end of the day, right? It would be all of a waste if you were to create a big, beautiful website and then nobody buys because it's complicated. It has to be simple, it has to be easy, and that's what the tools in ECX Academy show. Okay, so we have the Hello Center here, where you can choose up to several different products and academies to help you to create income, right? So we have the FRX, HFX, DCX, and a plethora of tools and apps. Why? Because the educators know that the average person does not know how to navigate the charts, the market. So they send us ideas as alerts in these texts. In these apps, they pop up as alerts or notifications, excuse me, or on our phones. And it says, Ethereum is about to buy, enter this trade for a buy and exit at this number, or enter at this price and exit at this price, and you make money that way. Or if it was Ethereum is about to go into a sell, you enter at this price, exit at this price, and you make your profit. It's pretty simple, right? That's what our I Am Academy is known for, making simple, very simplified, right? So we can master the markets and know how to build wealth and freedom. We have our go live here, right? Once you go through the academy and watch all the tutorial training videos, we also have what's called go live, where you can log on to live educators that are on these calls. It's similar to like maybe a YouTube live or like an Instagram live, the same way how you see like the educator on the screen, and then you see everybody typing and asking questions. It's similar to that, right? You have the educators on there, and you also have moderators that are in the chat that can answer your questions. Live access, I really love it. You can watch while the educators are entering in and out of trades. You can watch so you can learn, and then you can also take trades with them to learn as well, right? And once you feel like you've gotten it down pat, well, before we go to there, this is a schedule of go live, right? An example of a schedule. So we have here, and somebody's always on. For example, Millie Mill, she's on at 12. Daniel, he's on at 10 or at 7. Evan is on at 7 and 10. And we have Nez on at 3. He's on at 9 also. We also have Arlette at 11. Dr. Lee at 1 p.m. Brandon Boyd also at 1 p.m. And there's a lot more. We also have our new educators that are in Nigeria on at 2 a.m., 4 a.m., and 8 a.m. So there's always somebody on. Even if you happen to miss a go live session, you can go back into the archives and rewatch the pre-recorded session. So these are the scanners here, the same multi-million technology that banks have access to, we have access here. The scanners, every scanner has a little bit of a different style to it, but they all do more or less of the same thing by analyzing the market for you and helping you to enter at certain entries and exits. Like they tell you where to enter, they tell you where to exit. So like I said before, everybody has a different personality, a different style. It's best to go through each one to see which one resonates with you the most. Right, and here's an example of what the different scanners look like. So you see these different colored lines. These are like the indicators and candles. I know it may seem a little funny because it's like, what am I looking at? But don't worry about that. Just remember, it's your first time seeing this, so it's going to be confusing. It's supposed to look very confusing, but like with anything else, the more you expose yourself to it, the more it becomes familiar, the more it becomes common, and then you begin to absorb more and more and more and more until you understand it. So we have the Liberty IM right here. We have Simple Scalper, Pickpocket, and Web Slinger. And on Hourglass on the right hand side, we have Cash Trap and I think Blue Gator on the bottom. I think so. Right. So once you see that you have all of these tools and abilities to make money from home at that, you probably asking, well, how can I get started? Because I don't like the way how things are going, maybe, or I just want to make some more money. I want to pay off my debt. I want to get a new car. I want to change my address, like whatever it may be. Whatever may be for you. But before we get to there, I want to show you what the quote unquote competition is doing, is what the competition is charging. They're overcharging people, right? So for a personal trading plan, which is only 1 day, mind you, that's not even a course, it's just a trading plan, which we don't even charge for that. They're giving you they're charging you $1,000 for a 1 day trading plan. For the cryptocurrencies course, they are telling you that it's $2,000, but how long is that course? And are you able to get continuous updated information with the way crypto keeps on growing and growing and changing? Like, you don't get that, right? The XLT trading is charging you $8,500 for the first 3 months and $625 each month thereafter. The average person doesn't even have $1,000. So for them to be charging that amount of money is pretty ludicrous. And then you have the mastermind for $15,000 for the first year. That's pretty ludicrous, right? So we don't even charge half of that. We don't even charge a quarter of that. To get started in the FRX Academy, to learn how you can trade currency and make money, is only a one-time startup fee of $234.95 with a monthly tuition of $174.95. And like I said, this does include Go Live, access to the educators, the harmonic scanner, the also get the videos for the academy so you can learn and get familiar with the terminologies and things of that sort before you actually start practicing in your demo account with the live educators. For the HFX, it's the same thing, $234.95, one-time investment, and $175 monthly tuition. And DCX, same thing as well. Now, if you are like me and you're like, well, I don't want to just get just one academy. I want to learn all of it so I can collect all these different bags and be on my merry way towards the Millionaire Club. I want the elite package where you have access to all 3 academies, foreign exchange, high frequency foreign exchange, and then the digital currency, right? And well, no, I'll save that for after. So for that, those 3 in 1, you're going to get all the above that was mentioned in each academy together for the price of one. If it was separate, you would be paying about $700 to $900. We give you an extremely large discount of $600 for everything in one. $324.95 for initial startup, and $275 for a monthly tuition. Now, the ECX Academy, if you decide that you want to take part in the ECX Academy because you know Black Friday is coming. Oh goodness. Because Black Friday is coming and you want to be able to put yourself in a position to make money and capitalize off of Cyber Monday and Black Friday, I would recommend you get in and start your store immediately. So for the one-time startup fee, it's not $324, but it's actually $234.75, and the monthly tuition is not $274, but it's actually $174. Okay, $174.95. And like I said, this also comes with the academy, so you watch how to set up your store, and it also comes with the Go Live, so you can ask the different educators questions live, and they can answer you live as well. If you want them to look at your store, you can send them your website, and they'll look at it and see whatever you need to improve, or if you're doing a great job, all the above. They'll help you with every single thing. Now, if you are like, well, I don't really want to pay a monthly tuition, you can take part in our scholarship program. All you have to do is refer 2 active paying customers to the academies, and then voila, your tuition is waived. Somebody say waived. Waived. Type that in the chat, waived. Okay. But let's say, you know how things are these days. Word of mouth, something is always spreading. Like, you really can't control it. So you have 2, right, active customers, but because a third friend is like, wait, you didn't tell me about this. How come everybody's making money and you didn't even invite me and tell me about this? They're like, okay, well, you have 3 customers now. We're going to give you $150 per month. And you're probably like, $150 a month? What is that? What am I supposed to do with that? Clean the bathroom with that? Well, you could actually, with $150 a month, you can actually pay some bills with that. You can use that to fund your trading account. You can use that to pay off a cable bill, phone bill, you name it. Now, when the 3, because like I said, you can't stop it, it's word of mouth. When the 3 grow accumulatively to 12, the company's going to give you 600 per month. That's 150 a week. 600 per month, you probably like, it's a little bit better than 150, but it's still not that much. I mean, think about it. If you were to go to your boss and say, I need a $600 a month raise, what they going to tell you? Nobody got an answer? What they going to tell you? Right. Let's see. No, Miss Page says no. Right. Okay. They're gonna tell you no. Like, that was cute. Nice try. But let's say you're 12 of your group of accumulates that your group that's 12 grows to 30 accumulatively. Then they're going to give you $1,000 for things begin to change. What could you do with an extra $1,000 a month? Like I said, the average household does not even have $1,000 saved up for emergencies. So everybody's mostly living paycheck to paycheck. So an extra $1,000, that can do a lot for you. That can change your address, can it not? That can change your address. And so on and so forth, because you can't stop something word of mouth. This is how every company grows, right? This is how Uber grew. This is how Cash App grew. What did Cash App do? They said, oh, if you refer a friend, we'll give you $5. Cash App is not giving you $1,000. You're not getting that. Okay. So your organization grows to 75, you get 2,000 per month. Organization grows to 225, you're getting 5,000 per month. Your organization grows to 500 a month, you're getting $10,000 a month. That's 6 figures. What you gonna do with that money? That could change a lot of things for you, can it not? Can you take care of some family members? Can you take care of yourself a lot better the way you want to, the way you deserve to be taken care of? I think so, but it doesn't stop there. We can keep going. Your organization grows to 1,250. The company's going to give you then 25,000 a month. Let's skip to 5,000 in your organization. The company's going to give you 100,000 a month. I don't know about you, but that's pretty exciting to me. To make $100,000 a month just by a corporation that grew out of control because of word of mouth. What? That's amazing. Your group grows to 30,000, you're getting 500,000 a month. 70,000, that's 750,000 a month. It's like the possibilities are literally endless. And it is, because you hear from me, but the company's about to make another limit, another chairman rank, I should say, where they're calling it chairman $1 million. You have the opportunity to make $1 million a month. You can't stop greatness, right? So I just want to say really quickly, past profits do not guarantee future results. Why? Because everybody's different. We don't know how everybody is going to react. When it's time to put in the work. We don't know how your schedule is. We don't know how committed you are. We don't know what you will do, right? Only person that knows what you will do is you. And whatever it is that you set your mind to do is whatever you set your mind to do, and however you talk to yourself is what you believe you can do. And whatever you say after I am is what you become. So with that being said, what will you become, right? And I just want to say, with that, welcome to the rest of your life. Welcome to I Am Mastery Academy, okay? Let me get back in here really quickly. Okay. All right, so welcome to I Am Mastery Academy. So I want to know who has any questions. Please feel free to write them in the chat if there are. Let me see. All right. Anybody has questions? Elijah has questions? Who's ready to get started? Let's start there. Elijah, if you can unmute. Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my goodness. Okay, yes. Thank you for reminding me. So yes, NFTs, those are non-fungible tokens. So what it is artists have the ability to launch a project, whether it be a music project, like for example, Tory Lanez, he launched his last album as an NFT, and he was able to sell it out, I believe, in that same day. Now, how the NFTs work is once the artist launches their project and then they're all sold out, the people, or I should say those who purchase them have the ability to exchange them with one another, right? They have the ability, we have the ability to exchange with one another. And once that happens, he also is able to make a residual income off of that. But it doesn't stop there. The good news is anybody can create an NFT. So if you, I believe you're into music too as well, right? I think I saw you rapping before on Instagram. If you wanted to drop an album as an NFT, you could do that. You could release a certain amount. Once that certain amount that you release is sold out, people can exchange them with one another. And every time somebody's buying and selling and buying and selling, you get a residual off of that. And that's how that works. So this can go with music. It can go with digital visual art. It can be done with real estate. It can be done with a lot. Did I answer your questions about NFTs? Just within the last 3 months, Q3, just within the last 4 months, the third quarter, there was over 10.6 or 10.7 billion sales in NFTs. And this is around the time when everybody's like just now learning about it. So imagine in the future when the whole world is put onto it, because as of right now, only 6% of the world is familiar with cryptocurrency. So what I did? Okay, good. So once the whole world gets an idea of what cryptocurrency is, things are really gonna just like completely skyrocket. Just think about it. Only 6% of the world knows about it right now. For example, El Salvador just made it Bitcoin legal tender, and now we have Brazil in contracts to do the same thing. Once that happens, it's just going to be follow the leader with all the other countries. This year, the US Fed is designing their own and coming up with their own federal coin. A lot of people don't even see what's happening with cryptocurrency. Why? Because we have our heads so dug in deep in the sand and distractions. We have to become enlightened. We have to be around people that know the information that we need. We have to be around people that have the results that we need. We have to be around people that are living the lifestyle that we need. Why? So that we can learn from them. So Elijah, if you have any more questions, type it in chat or text me like you just did. Let me know. Also, a lot of people are using Robinhood, thinking that they are participating in cryptocurrency when they're really not. They're thinking that buying the dollar worth of a cryptocurrency is participating in crypto when it's really not. You have to buy cryptocurrency from a cryptocurrency exchange, not from a place that just lets you play with the US dollar amount. Because when you buy from a cryptocurrency exchange and you're able to transfer it to a wallet, you can own that cryptocurrency. You have the private keys. On Robinhood, they don't give you any of that. So it's really, you got to do research to know what you're doing, right? And we have that here. We have experts that do the research for us so that we don't have to spend hours and hours of digging through web pages and searches to know what to do. We have educators that do that for us here, and they're well-vetted educators. All right. All right, so who's ready to get started? I don't hear, but I see it says, okay, you just unmuted. All right. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to end this webinar for tonight. I will be on again next week, Wednesday at 8 p.m. I will be giving out more information as well. feel free to message me with any more questions. And I want you to think about what your future is going to look like. We have a couple more months until the end of 2021. 2022 is right around the corner. Now that we're in the fourth quarter of this year, what are you doing to make sure you have a Merry Crypto Christmas? What are you doing? Like, you got to get around people that know what they're doing. Okay? Yeah, you got to get around people that know what they're doing to help you, because a lot of people are just like lost in the sea of confusion online, and we want to help you get in the right space. So with that being said, I want to wish everybody a good night and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.